All right. We are live here, it looks like. All right. Let's see here. Settings, quality. All right. All right, guys. How we doing tonight? I got my chair in a different place down here in the timber frame than usual because it's so darn humid in here. So if I stand here by the future door opening, if I sit here rather, it's a little bit cooler on me. I got my iPad here tonight, try to monitor everybody's questions here. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. How's it going, Jim? Yeah, I finally got this door framed in actually, or the door opening framed in. That sounds a lot better. We're getting there, slowly but surely, we're getting there. All right, so now the only problem is there's a glare on my iPad here when trying to see the comments. I'll tell you what, there's no easy way of doing these lives. I'll tell you what. See if I can still moderate from here. I think yeah, I can. Good deal. Wasn't sure if I could or not. All right. Jim, we've been getting rain all afternoon. It actually quit about 5 minutes ago. I thought I was going to do this in the house because when it rains pretty heavy down here on this metal, it's pretty loud. But got a lot of bad storms here lately come through here, a lot of thunderstorms. But it did cool down just a little. It's not as hot. I mean, it's terribly hot summer we've had here, terribly hot summer. All right, so we got John in Seattle. Kevin says it's blazing hot in Oklahoma. Man, I believe it. I'll tell you what, it's the hottest summer I have ever seen. I tell you what, it's been so hot, just so hot. Looky there, guys. The first super chat of the night from Jay Bond, from Jeff and Rita Bond. Almost we'll call it what it is, $200. Man. All thanks goes to you there, Jeff and Rita. I really, really appreciate that. Man. I tell people all the time, YouTube is not as lucrative as it once was as far as making money from these videos. Those super chats help out a lot, especially with the way these cameras have been failing on me here lately. I tell you what, really appreciate that, Jeff and Rita. Thank y'all very much. That means a lot. Let's see here. Grasshopper infestation. No, I'm not seeing a lot of that here this year. Not seeing a lot of that. Mike talking about Louisiana being hot. I wish there was a way I could see these comments and actually could look at the camera at the same time. I'll tell you what. I use my phone here and the comments come up on my phone, but they disappear that fast. If I didn't have something to read them off of like this, I wouldn't see half the comments or wouldn't be able to go back and answer them. So, I don't know. Maybe one day YouTube will figure this out. I'll tell you what, it's aggravating trying to do these lives sometimes, going back and forth. All right, so we got Joe there in Georgia, hot and dry. You see here, David says hot in Texas. It's hot everywhere, I tell you what. Very hot summer. Old Rugged Woodworks right there over in Duffield, not too far from me. He's with us there tonight. Dan talked about up there in New York, in the 90s up there, man, I tell you. I cannot smell root beer from the chair. The sawmill is actually a long way from here, guys. Up here is my house, you can see, and the sawmill is about 30 or 40 yards on the other side of the house. I'm kind of spread out here as far as my operation goes. But I like it like that. I like having room to move around if I need to. I don't like everything on top of each other. Let me see here. Crazy hot in Louisiana. No, Daniel, I have not. I would like to make one day. That's one of my many things I would like to build before I check out here. But that's on my list of things I want to do. I tell you what, I got so much stuff I want to do here. But I spent the past almost 4 years just doing infrastructure. And it never ends. It never ends. Let me see here. There's a Maple Farm. Bucket and I are going to jam at Paul Bunyan. The only thing that would make it better is if you're on the keys. I don't know if I'll have time for that, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to the Paul Bunyan show, but man, I'm so busy at that thing. I tell you what, it's a busy time. But when did Buckin called me? Maybe 3 days ago, and he told me he was going, so that's good. I finally get to meet him there. Let me see here. There's somebody in Australia there with us tonight. The hardest wood I've ever sawed is probably persimmon. And how long will a blade last? It depends on how fast you're sawing and what you're sawing. There's a lot of variables in there. Let me see. Cedar on the outside door, yes. I've actually got a friend of mine that's a welder. I think I'm going to get him to make me some angle iron squares to hang right here on the track, and then put cedar in the middle of that. I think it'll look pretty good. That's my plan, at least. We'll see how it goes. The garden, yes. I need to be up there tonight, actually, to be honest with you. The chickens are still not producing. They're 15 weeks old, I believe. They're not laying eggs yet. But they're costing me a lot of money. I'll be glad when they finally start producing. Senior Firewood Homestead with Larry. We're planning on going to the Paul Bunyan. There's a lot of people that goes to that Paul Bunyan show. I will be there. I guess I'm going to go. So I will be there, and but I'm not sure where at yet, to be honest with you. But Joe Main's actually going. The guy that I get my saw blades from. He's coming up from Georgia. He's going to it this year. Walnut on the inside door, yes. So you'll have 2 doors right here. They'll slide open, and then you'll see a walnut door to enter the building, which I think will look pretty interesting. And I've never actually built a door before, so it'll be some good experience on building a door. Hopefully it turns out pretty good. We'll have to see what happens. What music service? Epidemic Sounds. I think that's the name of it. I can't remember. There's David. How's it going, David? 95 in Seattle, says John. Man. There's Chris in Georgia. If I miss your comment, look over me. I'm trying to scan I'm using Bruno's iPad tonight to look at the comments, and I'm trying not to miss any of these super chats. I don't want to miss those to acknowledge people. I'm trying to catch all these comments. Senior Firewood Homestead. Yeah. How far are you from the Paul Bunyan show? I'm about 6 hours. I think my dad's going with me this year, so me and Dad will be there. But I'm not sure what tent I will be at. I'm not sure yet. I need to talk to a few people. I was with the Woodmiser people last year. I'm not sure where I'll be this year. I need to decide and make a plan. So the Paul Bunyan show was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be there somewhere Saturday. Just don't know where yet. I'm addicted to collecting axes now. Well, join the club. I tell you what, I've been addicted for a long time. There's somebody in Maryland. Okay, you're in Northern Virginia. Okay, not too bad. Let me see here. Joe's sponsored video. Who was that? Oh, we got a cat coming down here. I got her chair. She won't like this. Yeah, I saw her there. She sits in this. Don't hit the tripod, honey. You're gonna get the camera. No, go on now. They mess with these tripods here. They knock the cameras over. But I'd say before too long you'll probably see one or two come down the hill behind me. All right. So I lost my train of thought. That's a shocker right there. 105 in Jacksonville, Florida. Man. There's Chelsea, if I'm saying that right, up in Michigan. But anyways, the Paul Bunyan show's in Ohio, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think it's the weekend of October the 6th. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's when it is. But I will be there on the Saturday, but I'm not sure where at. I'll let you guys know later on when it gets closer to the event. I'll probably get there Friday, but I like to get there a day early and just walk around and look at stuff because there's so much to see at that show. There's so much to see. It's a really good show. There's David in Northern California. Let's see here. 100 people watching, not too bad. It's usually the average here, about 100 people or so. Feels pretty good out here tonight though. Got a little bit of breeze coming through. Feels pretty good. You guys can see my mess over here. I've been hanging up all this metal over the weekend and I got metal laying everywhere. Just odd pieces though, nothing I could really use. And my pitiful sawhorses over there on my left, those things have been through it. I tell you what, I need to build me some new ones. Helco work axes. I got a friend who's got one of those. He's not crazy about it. What do you think about it? Diesel prices have came down just a little. I got some of my Duramax the other day. I think it was about $5 a gallon. All right, there's Maple Farm right there telling us the dates. October 7th, 8th, and 9th. Maple Farm. Are you gonna be with Bucking up there? I thought he told me he was gonna be with somebody named Nick. That's what he told me. Let me see here. Throwing axes, I do have a few. It's those Council Tool Flying Foxes, but I don't throw axes. That's just the ones that people like to throw. Self-taught, no. I've studied, I've read, asked questions, went and visited sawmills, all the above. Let me see. Single shot, doing good. The house in the background is huge. That's my house. It's 2-story. It's decent size. Sometimes I wish it was bigger though. I tell you, we can never have enough storage in the house. Never have enough storage. All right, guys, the second super chat of the night from Jay Wolf. Longtime supporter of the channel there. Jay Wolf. How's it going, Jay? Good to see you there. Least favorite wood to work with? Probably, I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Jay, money for the ice cream. Thank you very much. It's been hot and it is well needed. I'll tell you that. I live in the city of Minnesota, 0.5 acres. I used to live in a place like that. Growing up, we lived closer to town, and we never had more than half an acre or so. Look out behind me. Who's coming down here now? I don't see anybody now. Did y'all see a cat or something? I don't see nothing. Maybe you guys are pulling one over on me. Let me see here. Another super chat there from Firewood Homestead with Larry. Thank you very much, Larry. And Larry's also going to be at the Paul Bunyan show this year, guys. I don't know if he's going to be there in a tent or just being there looking around. But thank you very much, Larry. I really appreciate that. Let me see. Joyous, you're exactly right. Wood with metal in it. Thank you very much for answering me right there. Shiplap? No, I have a shiplap jig for my Woodmiser. And to be honest with you, I'm yet to use it, but I need to use it though. I've had it for a while. See, we're at booth 430, raising funds for Sam, live streaming. Good deal. I will try to find you guys there at some point. I saw a video of a CNC machine. I would like to have a CNC machine. I'll tell you what, one day I will have one down here. I'll probably have to build its own structure because this shop here, I'm running out of room every time I do something in here. I am getting just, every time I bring equipment in here or bring lumber in here, it closes in a little bit more. But CNC machine, there's a lot of uses for something like it. And as far as the future goes, I think it's here now. Tons of people are using those nowadays. You see here. Okay, so Senior Larry, just looking around, will be with John. Yeah, I'm going to go see John. I've never met John before. Then Mark DeLacy's going to be there as well. There's going to be a lot of notable people there at that Paul Bunyan show, I'll tell you what. All right, guys, look here. Another giant super chat from Maple Farm. This is a big deal for Ohio Maple Farmer. So Maple Farm there is going to be at booth 430 at the Paul Bunyan show, booth 430. If you go to the Paul Bunyan show, they'll give you a map at the door, and it will tell you where all the tents are. So remember that, 430, he's there for a good cause. He's going to be raising funds for Sam, who's fighting leukemia for the second time. 13 years old. Man, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible. I hate hearing stuff like that. But anyways, he will be there at the Paul Bunyan show right across from Log Right. So, I will probably be really close to Log Right if I had to guess. So, if you come see me, you'll see Maple Farm while you're there. I'm going to go over and make a contribution while I'm there to help this boy out. So, everybody try to get by booth 430 at the Paul Bunyan this fall. That's going to be a good cause right there. Let me see here. I'll tell you what there, if it doesn't rain, I will bring a 4-foot walnut slab, kiln dry walnut slab with me to the Paul Bunyan show, and I'll give it to you guys, and you all can sell it at your booth and let the proceeds go to that young boy right there. So, as long as we have decent weather and it's not terrible and I can drive up there and keep it dry. Look at here. Hateful's cat on YouTube. Mama cat. Man, she's hateful. She may bite me as she walks by. But anyways, just I will get in touch with you before then. I'll bring you a slab. You guys can sell it, and hopefully that'll help that family out. Let me see here. Hello from Gainesville. Mama, don't you, Mama, quit, Mama. She does this on purpose. She hits this tripod for no reason at all other than to make me mad every time. Aggravating thing. She's my favorite though. I've had her longer than I've had any of these cats around here. All right, so I should always do the lives right here so you guys can see these cats wandering down the hill. All right, so where we at here? Okay. Yeah, Bruno can pick her up and carry her around like a sack of potatoes, and she won't care at all. I pick her up and she tries to bite me. Get a dog to keep. We have a dog. We have a pit bull actually. She's in the house. She's a house dog, Cosmo, and we have a dog. But she's scared to death of Mama Cat. What are you doing there, hateful? You come over here. You want nut? Yeah, go on. I'm done with you. Go on. All right. Do you know anybody that I can get that shiplap solved? I don't know, David. To be honest with you. Oh, I don't even know where you're at, man. Uh, where are we at here? I think I got totally lost here. I was talking about that slab and the cats and everything else. Excuse me. All right. I think I'm caught up now. There she goes. All right. All right. This thing's having trouble updating here. Let me see here. Independent. Yep, she is. She's actually a Maine Coon cat, but as she gets older, she gets more hateful the older she gets. I live in Weber City. Okay. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I don't know. Maybe try Google East Tennessee Millworks over in Jonesboro. Derek Coffey's the owner. He may know where you can find some. East Tennessee Millworks in Jonesboro. Google it and give him a call. Derek Coffey. Good guy. Thanks, Dan. We've been cutting a lot of metal. I got scraps laying everywhere back here. It's a mess, but I got this front side completely closed in. We're now going to start building the doors, finally. Actually, I got one more piece of trim. It's sitting in the wrong piece of trim for this other side. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Robert Evans. Hello, Robert. How's it going? Hope your family's okay. Mom's in the hospital. Dad got some issues there. My mother actually was in the hospital. She had a appendicitis last week. Had a appendicitis. They took out her appendix. Let me put it that way. It sounds a lot better. You see here. All right. I think I'm caught up here. Maple Farm, are you still with us here? Maple Farm, let me know there if you're still with us. That cedar, I tell you what, man, that cedar is aggravating. I would have a board, prettiest board you could see, but 3 foot up it, you'd have some more of those voids. Aggravating. Cedar is so aggravating. I wouldn't doubt it. She's bad for that. Look at her perch back here. She knows I'm doing a video. She could care less. Hateful cat right there. Hateful cat. Let me see here. Cedar dust can be irritant. It doesn't bother me. I don't know if you guys hear that or not, but my neighbor's got guineas, and they walk through my little farm all day long, and I can hear them coming up the side of the timber frame. So here in a few minutes, you might see some guinea hens behind me right there. No flooding, no flooding. We've been pretty good right there. The internet tells us oak is more, I don't know, I think maybe walnut is, but I could be wrong. All right, so I guess Maple Farm is no longer with us there. I was going to ask him something. Let me refresh this thing. It gets kind of caught up sometimes. There we go. That's better. What have we been on here for? Can't even can tell. Maple Farm, what are you selling? Nothing but I guess you're selling your syrup at your booth this year. What are you selling? Look there, guys. There's cabbage. Got cabbage down here with us now. He's slow. He's like a sloth. What you doing there, buddy? All right. See here. Just curious, what is your internet speed in the shop? I do know I got the fastest internet that you could get, is what Charter told me. Maybe 500 something. I don't know what that stuff means, to be honest with you. It sounds foreign to me. I don't know. All right, guys, another super chat. Excuse me, from Joe Godwin there. Very, very long time. Very, that would make you sense. Another long time supporter of the channel here. Joe Godwin came to visit us a few years ago. Hope you're doing good there, Joe. Hope the wife and the daughter is okay. Been wondering about you. Not heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing good up there. Let me see here. Ever saw cottonwood? No. We don't have any cottonwood around here. Okay. Syrup will be used for pancake breakfast. I need to get in on that pancake breakfast while I'm up there. I'll tell you what. Need to make sure I don't miss out on that. There's Glenn in Down Under. I'm assuming he's watching from Australia tonight. Robert Evans with the super chat. All right, guys. Hello, Cabbage. What you doing there, buddy? Another super chat from Robert Evans right there. $5. Thank you very much, Robert. Really appreciate that. You cats are good luck, I tell you what. I should have you guys on here more often. I get all kinds of super chats and you guys start walking around behind me. Alright, let me see here. Oh, yeah, excuse me, I've been at it all day. Robert Evans says ice cream. Thank you very much, Robert. It is time, I tell you what. Go on, quit hitting that. Go on now. Now you're making cats knocking over the tripod. Alright, Larry is out of here. We'll see you in Ohio, Larry, if I don't talk to you before then. Can't tell how long we've been on here for. Let's see here. Another super chat there from Jack Russell. $10 thanks for the entertainment. Well, Jack, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Bo Blanks, no, I need to get those things going. I got cats. I got 4 cats in here right now. They're scratching around everywhere. I need to get that going though. Do you have a lot of birch? No, we don't have much birch here. The only time you'll see birch is usually it'll be in somebody's yard. They planted it there. We don't have a lot of that in our forest. Let me see here. Sycamore is worth sawing if you can quarter saw it. If the log is perfectly, if the pith is parallel and it's a perfect log, no twist, perfectly straight, and it's good for quarter sawing, quarter saw it. If you flat saw it or wrist saw it, it's got interlocking grain. It's going to have a hard time drying and staying flat. And if you quarter saw it, you also get medullary rays out of it. So it's a win-win. Good stuff. We have a lot of mosquitoes here, but I wear that spray that you put off. I spray off on my skin, and it usually keeps them away from me. But they're actually not too bad here this year. Last year was terrible. This year they're not so bad. I don't know why. Who's that? Oh, that cabbage back there again. Mama, if you don't lay off this tripod, you know what's going to happen to you? Absolutely nothing. Now get out of here. Cats knock over his tripod. I bet they knock it over 100 times a day when I'm trying to do something. Ford F-150 Lightning. Any interest? No. My trucks have to be either 3/4 or 1 ton because with the work that I do. A 1/2 ton truck wouldn't do me much good. I also prefer diesel for the torque because I'm always pulling logs. I gotta have a diesel engine. What's he doing? Climbing up back here, I tell you what. Wood most demand is always black walnut. People love walnut. Some of the wood you burn is good for smoking. Probably is. I just don't have time to go through it and fool with it. Alright, there's Killinger there, guys. So Killinger, we was talking about Chris, we was talking about Paul Bunyan earlier. A bunch of people on the chat tonight are going to be there. So Chris Killinger's in Ohio. He's also going to be at the Paul Bunyan show, but I'm not sure if he's going to be at a tent with an exhibitor or if he's going to be walking around like I'll be most of the time looking at stuff. So, you may see Chris there and you may not. So Chris will be there at some point. Another super chat there from Front Field, a guitar maker. Quarter sawn walnut. I tell you what, that is that's something I like doing. I enjoy quarter sawn black walnut. It's something. It's unique. A lot of people don't fool with it because you got a little bit of waste when you do it that way. But man, it's pretty and it's really stable. I need to quarter saw some more of it, I guess. Kind of got me fired up for quarter sawn walnut. I may do that this week. I got just the log up there. It would be good for that. The cats are trying to, you know what, earlier today, there wasn't a cat down here anywhere. The minute they see me making a video, they all come. They all see what's going on. Especially old man right there. He's nosy. He's like the nosy neighbor. He's as big as a coon. I tell you what, he's a hoss. Yeah, sure, sleep. Need more coffee. I don't have any coffee with me tonight. That's my problem. I did not bring any coffee down here. Let's see here. So, I think I'm caught up on most of the questions here. Here in a minute, he'll knock that metal off there and fall down. He's kind of clumsy. You see here, Old Rugged ran some walnut through the planer today. Nothing quite like it. When you clean up black walnut, man, it's hard to beat. It is. I agree with you. Any issues with sleeping after 8 with cough? No, it doesn't bother me. My grandfather ran a sawmill for 20 years in Alabama. Good deal. There's my friend Barry paying the late fee. That's okay, Barry. We're used to it, pal. You're never on time. It's okay. It's okay. We're just glad you decided to join us. But Barry, thank you very much. That's another long-term supporter of the channel there, friends. How can you have a shop and not have a coffee maker? Well, here's my out, Mark. My shop ain't done. I got a big opening behind me where a door needs to be. So, when it's finished, I'll have a coffee maker in here. Until then, that's going to be my excuse. Well, thank you, Arthur. It's been a ton of work, I tell you, a ton of work. And I wish I got this thing done a lot sooner, to be honest with you. A whole lot sooner. But when you video all this stuff, go on now. Well, I got trouble. Y'all awful for hitting these cameras. I'll tell you what. When you video everything, it takes so much longer. So much longer. Let me see here. Julia, I do have a wood stove. I just not hooked it up yet. Let me see here. The new jointer is awesome. I've ran it probably a dozen times and it works flawlessly. It's not really loud either. It's got that silent head. It does a really good job. A really nice machine. I'm really, really glad that I invested in that last year. It cost about $7,000. And I had to actually save up for a while to get it. That's a lot of money for a tool, but it's a really nice machine. Really happy with it. It does, Barry. It takes so much time. You don't have nobody to hold the ladder. You don't have nobody to kind of help you hold a board when you cut it, or when you're fooling with this metal, you're doing it by yourself. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Let's see here. You're welcome there, David. Where was that flying around? Let's see here. Oh man, look over me. I've been at it down here all weekend. Started early and stayed down here at about 11 o'clock at night trying to get this building done. If I get these doors up behind me, that'll be a huge accomplishment right there. Get these doors up. All right. Any surface rust on the tools? No, I put wax on everything. So, if you keep your cast iron waxed, and as long as it's got a shelter over top of it, it's fine. You got to keep a layer of wax on top of it, and you don't have to worry about rust. Jason, mosquitoes trying to get me now, sitting here bragging about how this stuff works. Let me see here. Well, government, I'll tell you, I'm dying here. Wish we had some pretty woods, southwest Louisiana. I bet you got a lot of cypress down there. I got a lot of mosquitoes up here right now. They're wearing me out. All right, so we got Joe Main with us there, guys. Joe Main with us down in Georgia. What wax are you using? Paste wax, I believe. Whatever you get at Ace Hardware. Just regular old paste wax. Rub it on, buff it off, and do it a few times a week, even if it don't need it. And there's no need for worrying about rust. There's a new product out called carbon fiber. I may try it. They say you can put it on your beds once a year and you're done. Once a year. I may try that out. Everybody's acknowledging Joe. Joe Main the legend. Turbo tip number 7. Joe's going to beat the Paul Bunyan, guys. So, he will be up there as well this year. Let me see here. Mosquitoes are eating me alive. Another super chat there from Richard. 556. That's a good number right there, Richard. That number's catching a lot of crap right now, but it's one of my favorite numbers, I'll tell you what. Mosquitoes, I'll tell you what. The Paul Bunyan is in Cambridge, Ohio. I think that's the correct location, Cambridge, Ohio. And you can Google it. You'll get the answer that way as well. They have a website for the event. 1st of October. Mama Cat has now climbed the ladder. Where you gonna go? I'll have to let her get on the roof and take the ladder away. You can't jump up there. Too far up. Let me see here. I want to quiz Joe Main on 125 versus 15. If you got the horsepower to pull it, 1.5-inch blade is the way to go. But you gotta have the horsepower to pull it, guys. I tell you, it requires a good sized engine to pull that blade effectively. Let me see here. Phil, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Phil. Corey, I'm taking the whole family to the Paul Bunyan show. It's a good show. Saturday's probably the busiest day. I think Saturday it was really crowded. Friday was pretty busy. Saturday was really crowded. Sunday was pretty dead. I'll be there Saturday. I don't know where I'll be at, though. I'll be there Saturday. Just look for the guy that's itching his hands because mosquitoes are eating him alive, and you'll find me. I'll tell you what. Word me out. All right, guys, I'm going to call it done. She's up on the roof. She made it up there. I can move the ladder. Keep her up there all night. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming by and asking some questions with us tonight. And thanks for the super chats. I really appreciate that. And as we start getting closer to the Paul Bunyan show, I'll do a few announcements on that. I'll let you guys know where I'm going to be at in case you want to come by and say hello. But, what she's doing up there. But I'm going to go spray some more insect repellent on me because they're eating me alive. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a good evening and thanks for watching.